Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am HollyLynora, and today's video, I'm so excited. A few days back, I posted a video on products that you don't need as a beginner. And today, I am here to back that up. I took a trip to the lovely Dollar Tree where everything is $1. I spent $19. I also got 2 bags of Bugles and a Diet Coke, but that's beside the point. Everything was $1. I will show you all the goodies that I got. I also went to Walmart and bought some drugstore makeup, and I want to show you that just like I told you in that other video, you can certainly look flawless and beautiful and look like you know exactly what you're doing with minimal money and not high-end luxury products. But first, if you would become a part of my YouTube family, I would be flattered. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and hit that thumbs up, and then we will dive right in. Okay, I am going to breeze through these products that I got you just to kind of show you what we're working with today. I got another one of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundations. You know how much I've talked about these. I love this product. This one is the Dewy Luminous Foundation. Sure, it's a little bit different than the one that I have right now. Don't know where that's at, but I did get this one. I'm gonna try it today. I also got the e.l.f. foundation. This is $6, and this was at Walmart. I also saw it at Target, $6. And to backtrack, I have been saying this was $6. It is actually $5. Woohoo! I also got the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, CoverGirl Blush. I got a Wet n Wild highlighter, one e.l.f. brush that was $3. I got this lip gloss from Wet n Wild. It was $2.98. We are on a roll, people. And now for the Dollar Tree goodies. Just like I mentioned in that video before, I got makeup wedges. I do want to show you that you can use these and you don't have to go out and spend $20 on one beauty blender. These were $1 each. Each pack, not each sponge, each pack. And I also want to try and clean one of these to see if maybe they'll last you a couple of makeup applying sessions or if they're only used once and throw away. So we will test that out. Stay tuned for the end of the video. I got this Dermasil lotion. It was $1 as well. It is actually for dry skin. I don't have dry skin except for sometimes in the winter, but we're gonna use it. It's a Wet n Wild blush every time. A Wet n Wild blush brush, $1. 2 eyeshadows. This is kind of for a smoky eye. This one is more neutral colors, like I told y'all about getting a starter palette. This isn't, I would say, a palette, but they're definitely great starter colors. Eyebrow pencil with a little brush so you can brush up your brows to fill in. Makeup remover wipes for $1, and they have witch hazel in them, which is great to even out your skin tone. This is a bronzer that I got for $1. This is an eyeliner pencil. It is not a liquid one. This is pencil. That was $1. I got a finishing powder for $1. We're gonna try out this mascara. It is from Wet n Wild. I don't know how this will perform, but it was also $1. We will check it out and see. And then I also got this Dove Intensive Cream. It says it's daily skincare, and that was $1 as well. So we will dive right into that. Okay, yeah, and I got some lipstick for $1. So today, if you haven't noticed, I am here to prove that you don't have to go and buy luxury, high-end, every single product you see in Sephora or Ulta to look fresh and flawless. So let's do this. Okay, my face is all clean. I have not moisturized it. So I am gonna go in with this Dove Intensive Care Lotion. I gotta open it. Dang it. There we go. I am just going to take a little bit on my fingers and moisturize. Let me get a little more. Okay, I have a moisturizer on my skin. I am going to let it sit for just a couple minutes. And while that does sit, this is me showing you that you don't need to go and buy primer Just get a good moisturizer. This is Dove. It's from the dollar store. $1. Let your skin soak it in, and then we're gonna go right in with makeup. Okay, so I've got these. These were the plain white ones, and these I actually saw and picked up because it does have something that looks like a beauty blender in there. I do want to rip this open and see if these are sponges that you have to wet, or if you can just go in and apply. Got it. Ow. Okay, so it feels like you can just go right in with makeup. Wait. No, I think you have to wet this one. Okay, so yes, this does say including 1 blender. This is by the company Spa Savvy. So to completely ex-nay the fact that you have to have a blender to do your makeup, we are going to go in with a sponge. We could use this guy right here, or we could use these. I think I want to go in with these just because these are the ones that I put a picture of on that video, and I want to show you that it will work. Okay, I got my little sponge. My skin has been soaking in the moisture. I am going to go in with this Wet n Wild foundation, 5 buckaroos. I'm gonna do it just like I would with any other foundation. This has the paddle applicator. They took out this paint smell. It's barely there. I kind of miss it. I'm just kidding. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I'm going to take my makeup sponge and put my index finger in the middle and kind of push with that finger. Okay, so that was 1 layer of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. I think I want to go in with a little bit more just for the sake of the video. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so this is the foundation. It is dewy on its own. See, we don't need all that spray and all that extra stuff. We are doing good. Next, I am going to go in with this e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I got the shade Light Peach. This was $6 at Walmart. Wow, that is a big doe foot applicator. We're just going to brighten up the center of our faces. If you don't want to brighten the center of your face, you can always skip this step, save you $6. I just like to do that, personal preference. I'm gonna start with a little. And of course, you can always go back into your little beauty sponge pack and grab a fresh one. But for me, I am going to turn it around and push my finger in through on the, do the same thing, but on the other side. Okay, we have brightened up the center of our faces. This I'm going to put aside and we will try to clean it later. See if that goes well. For those of you who don't have a contouring powder, you can always get a concealer that is, instead of 1 to 2 shades lighter, you can get a concealer that is 3 to 4 shades lighter and do a thin line on your nose. With your foundation combined with the thin line of much lighter concealer on your nose, you can sharpen up that nose really quickly and easily just by doing that. And let me know down below if you guys want me to try this out on camera. I can always do a full face of e.l.f. They're a very good affordable drugstore makeup brand, so just let me know in the comments. For bronzer, I have this by LA Colors. I also have this one by Wet n Wild. I did not get a bronzer that doesn't have shimmer. So sorry. If you want to contour with a brown bronzer that has shimmer, you do it, girl. You let me know. I want to see a picture. There we go. I got her. Come on out, little dude. Okay, so this is a dollar store product, LA Colors. It was $1 buckaroo. Why can't I open things? I have the worst time. This is getting ridiculous. There she blows. Okay, this is the bronzer. This is what she looks like. And to go along with the bronzer, I did get an e.l.f. brush. Like I said, this was $3 from Walmart. So let's keep in mind, I have used the makeup sponge, 2 ways, foundation and concealer, and now I am going in with this e.l.f. brush to do my bronzer. So I have used 2 makeup applicators. It's pretty good. You don't have to use 50 different brushes to create one flawless look. So I'm gonna go right in. I'm gonna tap it because I don't know how pigmented it is. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. Now look. Dagnabbit. Well, at least it was just $1. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, if I am being honest, this brush, and I guess this was my own fault, but this brush, it's a total face brush is what it says, but it's not as dense as I would like it to be. It's a little more fluffy to really buff out this bronzer. So if I could go back to the store right now, I would get a more dense face brush. I'm not saying it's the brush, I'm saying it was my choice of brushes. But if that problem happens to you, you can always squeeze the end of, or the bottom of the bristles, and it of course makes it more tight, therefore gives your bristles a little less wiggle room, and you can buff out your makeup better. Okay, normally if I would have contoured, I would have gone in with a setting powder. I'm not going to contour, I'm just gonna keep it a bronzy look. But if I were going to contour, I would go in with this Coty Airspun, or I did see that Wet n Wild has a setting powder. I haven't tried it yet, but they do have one. This one is a great powder. It's inexpensive, it works well, I just don't like the smell. And next we are going to go into blush. This is from CoverGirl. It is in the shade Rose Silk. Maybe I should have opened all these things off camera. Aha! I got it! This is what she looks like. She did come with a little brush. We can make this work. I did buy a Wet n Wild brush from the Dollar Tree that is for blush. It was just $1. Okay, we'll do one cheek with this guy and one cheek with this guy. The way this is packaged though tells me that this is something you can just slip it into your purse, take it with you, and you do have a brush to use on the go. So, gonna take this little baby guy here. Go ahead and, oh wow, she is pigmented. Oh, this blush has shimmer in it. How cute. But if you don't want shimmer, don't get that blush. Milani has a great blush as well. Okay, so I think it's pretty obvious I don't like the brush. But like I said, if you were on the go and you wanted to slip this in your pocketbook, then you've got a blush brush. Now I am going to go in with this blush brush from Wet n Wild. You could honestly use this blush as a highlighter. It is super shimmery. It looks like we just got back from the pool or something. I wish. Okay, so I like this blush. I think it's very summery with that shimmer in there. It adds a nice touch of pink, but I will say I do think it's more shimmer than it is pigment. So if you don't like shimmer, stay far away. These are the blushes from Milani I was talking about. They don't contain shimmer. They have a really good amount of pigment and they are absolutely beautiful. Okay, so like I told y'all before, I've got 2 Dollar Store or Dollar Tree, excuse me, eyeshadow palettes. If I was beginning, I would go with this guy with the neutral shades in there. there's tape on them. Come on. Okay, so this is the neutral one, and this is the smoky eye palette. I'm not opening this one. We're gonna go with this one. We can do this one on a later date. All right, so here are the colors we are working with. It comes with this little guy right here, and I'm sorry, every time I see one of these, I think of my mom when she did makeup. This is a 90s thing. What is this even called? You know what? We're gonna use it today because we're gonna utilize every single thing that we got, and I'm going to show you that you can get a beautiful look with not high-end products. You don't need every single eyeshadow brush there is. We're gonna use these and our fingers. Okay, and we have not primed our eyelids. If you feel like you need to prime them or you're gonna be at work all day, feel free to throw on some concealer, a little bit on your eyelids, dab it out, smooth it out, whatever you gotta do. Concealer makes a great eyelid primer. So in my crease, I am going to go in with this middle color right here. Okay. Okay, so these eyeshadows, LA colors, they're not as pigmented as the other shadows that I have worked with before, but if you spend enough time and you pack it on, you can reach the pigmentation that you want. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and go in with that same middle color and line my lower lashes. Maybe smoke it out a little bit. Okay, now moving right along, I am going to go into this shade right here. It is a shimmery shade. And I'm just going to take my finger and put it on the lids. Okay, that actually went onto the lids quite nice. It's a smooth shadow. And now I'm going to take this white beigey color, and with this little guy, we're going to go in and put a little bit on the inner corner. And with just that little touch of that white beigey color, we have softened up our look a little bit, added kind of a soft, sultry thing to our eyes, and that is it for the shadow. I'm gonna leave it at that. You could, if you wanted to, take that lightest color, let's just go ahead and do it, and run it over your brow bone to soften up the edges. And there you have it. I'm gonna put this little guy back in here, and I will say with this, I don't know if it was the shadow or the thingamabob right there, but there was no fallout. It's pretty cool, huh? I don't think these are as popular though anymore because I'm sure you can clean them, but it's not as easy as spraying down your makeup brushes, running them over cold water. I can see these little fluffy things falling off, but they are doable. You can use them. They will work just fine. Up next, we are going to go in with this brow pencil from LA Colors again. I got the shade Soft Brown. What is going on? It does have this little guy on the end, so we can go ahead and brush up our brows. I will zoom you in a little closer so you can see. Okay, we're going to brush on up. Okay, it doesn't work as smooth as a spoolie, but it's still getting the job done. Just takes a little more effort. And you gotta think, would you rather spend the dollar and throw in that little bit of extra, or spend $20-something on one spoolie / pencil? All right, this is what the tip looks like, just like a regular pencil. And we're gonna go right in and fill the brows. Okay, so we have filled in our brows. I do think I probably, well, Yeah, I would have got a little darker of a color, but we were gonna make these work. The pencil actually went in smoother than I thought it was going to. And I like the fact that it is a pencil, and if you have a sharpener at home, you can keep this for as long as this amount will last you. Next we have the liner. This is not liquid. I would not recommend a beginner to get liquid eyeliner. This is a cream liner in a pencil form. And I like this look kind of without a dark liner, but I am gonna go in and just go halfway to the middle of my eye, and then on the top liner as well, I'm gonna go to the middle of my eye. Okay, it definitely takes some effort to get this color to show. Well, it is a softer black. It went on just fine there. But that is my hand. I did put more pressure on my hand. I'm not gonna put a crazy amount of pressure right near my eyeball. So that's gonna have to work. This is from LA Colors. I'll go ahead and say I wasn't a fan of how that went on. Okay, this is the Wet n Wild mascara. I do have other drugstore mascaras, but I did want to try this because it was from the dollar store. This says Wet n Wild Mega Wear mascara. Wow, Mega Wear. And I got the color Very Black. This is the spoolie on it, and that's exactly what it looks like, an eyebrow spoolie. If I would have seen this brush, I wouldn't have bought it, but we're gonna go in with it and we're gonna see how it works. Okay, if you want thinner, wispy looking lashes, this is the mascara for you. Still applying. Dag nabbit every gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna let it dry. We're gonna let it dry. And then we'll just flick it off. So here, I don't know if you can see, these are my lashes. After what felt like forever, I finally got them to a decent point where I'll accept it. But for $1, like I said, pick your battles, put in the extra effort and get nice lashes for $1, or spend, my favorite mascara is, I believe, in the 30s, Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara. It's definitely up there. I believe it's, or is it 25? Either way, that's a lot of money for mascara. When this, if you work with it, if you wiggle it and do your thing with it, your lashes can look just as good. Okay, I did get a setting powder. Is it just me, or are these things pretty hard to open? Pretty difficult. Okay, there she goes. This is what it looks like. I am going to go in with my fingers and pat it under my eyes. Just because it's in a compact does not mean you have to use a brush. For bronzer, yes, of course, use a brush, but setting powder, I think you're good. Even blush, you can take your finger and just pat, pat, pat. You'll be fine. Got some on my finger. Just along to where my eyes typically crease. Okay, got some mascara right there. You can push it in the crevice of your nose. You can put it on your forehead with those fine lines, your smile lines. Just make sure you're patting and not dragging or smearing it. Setting powder is on. Next up, I'm going to go in with this highlight. So this is what the highlighter looks like before I go in, because I am going to go in with my fingers on this too. I'm going to take one of these makeup wipes from the dollar store and just wipe my hands down. Ooh, they smell good. And now to go in with highlighter. Oh, it's so smooth. I'm just gonna dab it on my cheeks. I honestly don't need this. If it weren't for this video, I wouldn't add this on because that blush, honey, ka-chow. But just to show you. Whoa. Wet and wild. Oh my, you guys are wild. Whoa. I don't know if it's the combo of the blush and the Wet n Wild highlighter. But, okay, let me put some on my nose and we'll see if it's the highlighter or if it's a combo of the blush and the highlighter. Okay, I don't think I've said this before on this channel, but I am shook. You guys, this was $4.98. And look at that freaking highlight. I'll be honest, I think it's a little too much for, you know, an everyday makeup look. But holy cow. Good grief. I mean, summertime, if you want to be glowy and dewy, this is your best friend. Like, literally, you can easily, it doesn't have to be limited to your face. You can take this. Oh my gosh. Heck yes. Oh my gosh. This stuff. You go Wet n Wild. And it was $4.98. That is insane. I'm really excited about this highlighter. $4.98. And girl, you are lit up. Oh my gosh. This is the top of the list for today's products. Okay, we are coming to a close here. I've got the lipstick and I'm going to top it off with this Wet n Wild lip gloss. Next time, I'm just gonna open it all before I start filming. Save the embarrassment. Okay, this is in the shade Pink Ice. And as I said in the other video, if you're a beginner, you do not need lip liner. This lipstick right here has a point that can guide me just as well as any lip liner would. So we will go right in. This has shimmer in it too. I did not purposely mean to get everything with shimmer. This stuff smells like 90s lipstick. Which is not, I'm not saying that's bad. I mean, it takes me back, but just so you know. Okay, this is the lip gloss. It is from Wet n Wild. It is in the shade Aquarius. To all my Aquariuses out there. This is more of a peachy color. Okay, and that is the completed drugstore. You don't need all the expensive luxury beauty blender, all the eyeshadow brushes. We got the basics done with minimal product. We used one makeup wedge, a blush brush, and a face brush, and then the little applicator that came in this eyeshadow. We didn't use primer. I did not put on any false lashes today. This is our completed look. It is a lot of highlighter, I'm very well aware. I normally wouldn't wear this, but we did just find a banging highlighter for $4.98 at Walmart. You go Wet n Wild. If y'all are trying to glow for the summer, look no further. I did like this Wet n Wild lip gloss, this lipstick. I would have definitely picked another color. It looks different in the tube than it does on the mouth. This lip gloss reminds me of maybe my second grade teacher. But I'm still gonna rock it. I'm still gonna wear it. It's okay. I am going to check in with y'all later tonight and let you know how the beginner beauty kit worked out throughout the whole day. I'm gonna give it about 6-7 hours and then I'll check back in with y'all. But stay tuned. I am going to try to clean this makeup sponge with brush cleaner. And we'll see if it works. I don't know if it will. I don't know if it won't. You and I are we're gonna find out at the same time, boo. Honestly, my final thoughts, I think it is more impressive to make a flawless look out of the cheaper products, the more inexpensive products, than it is to just go out and buy the high-end brands. We're rocking this, we're making it work, and it applied. Like, I enjoy the products that I got. Would I use these products again? Yes, I sure would. Maybe not the lipstick, but the bronzer's really nice. That highlighter though, next time I'll use with a little more caution, and I actually really like the blush. So next time I will use blush or highlighter and not combine the two because I am freaking beaming, but that's all right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I proved my point that you don't need all that crazy expensive stuff to look like you know what you're doing in makeup, to have a flawless looking base, to have flawless looking eyes, whatever you want to call it. This stuff was from the dollar store and Walmart, and I had so much fun filming it. Please don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hey guys, I am doing a check back here. I have the sponge that we used earlier for this drugstore easy applying look. I am going to take some of my Clinique brush cleanser. I'm almost out, so I figured I'll just use this last little bit on this sponge. I have to get some more. If you don't have any, get it. It works fabulously. I'm going to turn my sink on to probably about lukewarm water. And while that's warming up, I am just going to spray this down. Okay, let's see what happens. Wow! I don't believe it! Okay, so this side I think was the concealer side, and this side was the side that I use foundation. It did come out a little bit, a bit actually on the concealer side. The foundation side still looks like it has a good amount on there, but if you wash it down enough, if you spray it down enough, I believe you could still use this. There isn't a rip or a tear. I would totally reuse this if it were me. But there you have it. Now we know we can spray down our makeup sponges and clean them. That's pretty cool, huh? Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Hey guys, I am doing my check-in for this evening. It is, hold on. It is 10:37 p.m. I am worn out. Don't y'all like my ears? Aren't they cute? Bless it. Okay, so on to the beauty stuff. So after looking my makeup over, we already decided that this highlight and the blush with the shimmer in it combined was a little too much. Maybe one at a time. Not saying I didn't like them, I just think both of them together was a little overwhelming for me. If you like that, you go for it, girl. And the bronzer, of course, it had some shimmer in it too. That, I don't know if it was the brush or what, it was a little hard to blend, but I mean, I think we worked it out. Of course, the lips wore off, but that's expected with any lipstick. What I want to reiterate was the point was you don't have to go buy high-end bougie products to have just as pretty of a face, have it last, have that beaming highlight. You can go to the dollar store, to Walmart, to Target, and find just as good of products. I think my #1 product from today's look was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, the dewy one. And that highlight is really sticking with me. I don't like how we combined it, but I do like that it showed that much shine. That highlight will be great for summer. And that was Wet n Wild, $4.98. But I am going to go back in my little hole here and start to get ready for bed. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.